The internet is as important as the printing press to the spread of global knowledge. Would you agree with that? I wouldn't. I think the internet is more important than the printing press. I think the internet represents a fundamental step forward for mankind. And I have some experience in this because I have used both the printing press and the internet to produce my own works. So, what do I ground my view that this is such a fundamental change on? I think there's two ways to look at what is a very complex subject. One is the physical changes that this switch from a printing press chunk to the internet has actually done. The physicality of it. How are we packaging our knowledge? And the other way that I think supports my idea are the intellectual changes, the social changes that have taken place as a result of this change from chunk to the internet. And of course, it's these intellectual changes that run to the very heart of society and the way that we develop. And therein lies, to me, the true reason why we may be able to really step forward with mankind now. So let's take this a step at a time. What physical changes took place? Where were we when the printing press came in? We had monks who were scribes, and they made very beautiful manuscripts. But these manuscripts could only be held by the few because there were not many. And of course the church controlled many of them. And the spread of knowledge would not arise, global knowledge would not arise through the hand replication of manuscripts. The arrival of the printing press is often symbolized by the first Bible, because it was thought that this printing press that could mechanically create so many copies would make global knowledge possible. But that didn't happen, because the physical nature of the object ensured that the control of it would always remain in the hands of the commercially successful. Now, I'm not saying that there are not small printing presses that fill niche needs throughout the world, but I am saying that the printing press has locked us into a world where this physicality is the be-all and the end-all. The second physical problem is the imprimatur. And this goes back to the fact that a printing press is a mechanical machine producing an object. In order to sell it, you would have an imprimatur, Harvard University Press, Simon & Schuster. These imprimaturs allowed the public to know that they were buying a quality product, but in fact they helped to control the market which led in place. So these two physical constituents of printing, the physicality of the actual object itself and that it must be sold, and the imprimatur, which controlled essentially the distribution of the object, held back the spread of global knowledge. And it had, when it faced the internet, to look at two really important consequences. The first consequence, intellectually then, would be that we've created what you can call a universal living room. The fact that something is important to our society, that it educates our society on the internet, will become clear if you search the internet and if you become familiar with its sites. The imprimatur on the internet does not come from a great authority. It comes from our peer group. And this is critical, because this means that the openness of the internet will rely on the ethos of the speakers. on the ethos of those who are using it. And that promises profound implications. The second intellectual change, then, is the power that this gives us. A power that could be exemplified by the term citizens' army, for instance, which can bring conflicts from the remotest regions directly into our own living room, as if we were there. The potential of the citizens' army combined and integrated into the internet is awesome. And I think it represents, for the first time, a chance for global knowledge to actually bring about a fundamental change in the world and set us free from the kind of tyranny and injustice that mankind has inflicted upon itself through these old systems.